What's up, everybody? What's up? Sorry if you had to have a little bit of a wait there. Usually I've found that if we start right at the time exactly, it seems like not as many people get in, and then it seems like we start a minute or two later, everybody's all in. So, a minute or two later, sorry for that, but here we are. Hopefully you saw our interview with I almost called him Wit, Zach Weeks from yesterday. We did a really kind of introductory interview. It's the biggest interview he said he's ever done before. The only interviews he's done, Zach Weeks, were with Oconee High's newspaper and kind of high school reporters. That's at least what he said to me. There's nothing I could find that was from On3 or Go 24/7, but Zach Weeks, for all intents and purposes, looks like he could have the coverage skills that West has shown, especially at Virginia, his freshman year at Virginia, West. But then he's also got the range and tackling ability and some of the speed that we've seen from Witt, and he's just that same kind of breed of lengthy, fast, just outrageously athletic type of modern linebackers, but he's got that Weeks old school mentality, and so you would love to see LSU go after him, and he talked to us why LSU, their new staff, haven't quite had that introductory moment just yet, and it's very interesting. And I think definitely an interview that hopefully we can follow up with some more with Zach, because he's a player that is definitely on the radar, has been for a while. 100 tackles as a sophomore, 7 tackles for loss, a pick, forced fumble, a few pass breakups, looked really disciplined in coverage as well as a linebacker at that age. A lot of stuff from his film sticks out remarkably well. So definitely check out that interview with Zach Weeks there on LSUODYSSEY.com. But we are here today to talk about what is going down tomorrow. What is going down tomorrow, you might ask? Well, it is the opening round of the NFL draft, as you should know. It is also Chelsea's birthday. So Chelsea's birthday is tomorrow, April 25th. And on this day, we should probably see 3 Tigers, I would say 100% for sure, taken in the first round, right? So happy birthday to Chels. 3 LSU Tigers taken in the first round, right? Jaden Daniels, Malik, and then Brian. Where those guys are taken, where those Tigers are chosen in the draft, the order they go in, is probably settled. Obviously, Jaden, Malik, and then Brian. Most likely, it would be a shocker if someone selected Brian Thomas before Malik, and would be absolutely insane if somebody were to pick either receiver before Jaden Daniels. Although we've seen probably more shocking things happen in the NFL draft before. People probably laugh at that, but if you think about it, we definitely have. But I think with this NFL draft tomorrow, it's more than just about those 3 primary guys who are definitely all eyes will be on, and we're going to go into all about what they are going to do and what they're going to be capable of at the next level here in just a moment. But also guys like Mekhi Wingo, who I think really have a chance to really stick out and be a singular talent among this NFL draft. Wherever he's picked, whatever round he's chosen in, even if he falls, even if he rises, whatever, I think Mekhi Wingo has a big chance to someone with some longevity at the NFL level. Like, he just seems like a player who's going to be around for a while, doesn't he? Like, he just seems like a guy who's going to be in the trenches, fighting the battles, making big plays. He's going to be in playoff games. He's going to have to gut through injuries. He's going to have to gut through big plays, against him. He's going to have to suffer some tough seasons. He's going to have great years. He just seems like a guy who's just, you're going to see him be an NFL stalwart. You know what I'm saying? Just a guy who, the next era of the NFL, he's going to be one of those guys. I just feel like that. And whether that's more of presence off the field and just who he is rather than what he will do on the field contribution-wise, it could be that as well. His personality is someone that just, like, he's able to market and brand his personality. He's on all these podcasts or something at the NFL level. Perhaps that. Who knows? And then you have a guy like Mason Smith. Who knows where this guy could be drafted? Mason Smith, my God. A lot of people did not expect him or Mekhi to come out in this draft. I expected Mekhi more than anybody to come out in this draft, although I was still stunned that he didn't come back for another year. But Mason, for sure, in my mind, should have come back for another season. But in his mind, in the advice he had been given, he's like, you know what? I just played another full season finally. I'm back to football health, football fitness. I played a full season without getting injured, a mostly full season without getting injured. So let's do this. You know what I'm saying? And so he's basically like, I'm healthy. That's all that's going to matter. Someone's going to draft me off of my skill set, my talent, my athletic potential, rather than just what I'm going to be. You didn't have a 15 sack season at LSU. You didn't win a national championship at LSU. You didn't do this there's a lot of stuff that goes unsaid when it comes to Mason Smith's LSU career. A lot of what ifs. But at the NFL level, that might not be the case. So how's that everybody doing? How are you going to be watching the draft? Where are you going to be watching the draft? And give me some of your picks. Where are guys going? What is your shocker of the draft? And that doesn't have to just be LSU related. That can be for anybody in this draft. Because truly, there will be some shockers. Here with my guy Sage. It's weird because where I work we have Jewish owners, and so they observe Passover and any Jewish holiday. So when it's Passover and things like that, we are done with work. We are off, and it's paid off as well. So it's fantastic. So we basically had a weekend, then we worked Monday, and then yesterday we were off, and then today we're off again. And tomorrow we return to work, and then Friday, and then off the weekend again. And then Monday and Tuesday again, I believe, are also off. So it's very interesting having that that added benefit in a way, really. Yeah, yep, Monday and Tuesday, yep. Wow, okay, awesome. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah. So we've heard it recently that you've seen there's been a lot of stuff where Jaden Daniels and his mom have been kind of thrown under the bus in the media, and the timing is very interesting. if anyone knows anything about Jaden Daniels, they know about this story already. Okay, they've known about this story before LSU even got him, because before LSU sealed the deal with his transfer, there were loads of rumors that we were going to get him. Like, it wasn't like, the biggest well-kept secret in the world that Jaden Daniels was coming to LSU. You know what I'm saying? And so there was time for people like me, like you, to really go in and look into his background and see, let's see all about Jaden Daniels. And of course, I see the NCAA violation thing that some people were just going crazy about, because it's headline generating, and it's one of the big things that took down Herman Edwards. Thinking about Sherman Wilson way too much. Bless my heart. Herm Edwards got in trouble for, which were absolute nothing like pandemic violation, like COVID policy violation type stuff, like just kind of ridiculous stuff. And so for this to be drubbed up in the media right on the eve of the draft, right when Jaden Daniels is on the cover of Sports Illustrated, when he's on the cusp of potentially being the number 1 overall, number 2 overall pick in this NFL draft, and then you've got Malik Neighbors as well. There's been these absolute BS stories put out there by over-the-hill, washed-up writers who we can't even call them writers anymore. They use AI programs to edit and fill and litter their articles with buzzwords and SEO optimization and bullshit like that. I just you've seen these attacks, and what they were doing with Malik Neighbors, of course, came from unnamed sources. Of course, it was just very vague, not like Malik Neighbors did this, or NFL GMs are worried because Malik Neighbors did this or that. It literally just says there's concerns about Malik Neighbors and how he'll be able to handle a big city, and there's concerns about Malik Neighbors' mindset, and there's concerns, and it's like, you don't see those concerns from anyone anywhere close to the NFL, do you? Do you? Because it seems like all of them just want to draft this dude, lining up to draft this dude. And you know what? It's gone from, the narrative's gone from Malik is now going to be a, first round pick. He's got that 1,000-yard season. He's going to be that first round pick. And then when he kept going and broke records and was, robbed of the Biletnikoff, it's, oh, well, now Malik is inside that top 20 at least. Ooh, now he's on the cusp of that top 10. You got to just be honest with yourselves. If Malik makes it outside of the top 5, it'll be just to number 6, and he'll be gone to the Giants. But I really do believe that it would be insanity for Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers with that quarterback, and he's going to want to surround Justin Herbert with a lot of weapons, right? What better weapon for Malik and Justin Herbert to grow together with than Malik Neighbors? You know what I'm saying? Like, I really believe at number 5, the LA Chargers, Jim Harbaugh, I think he's going to love Malik's moxie. I think he's going to love Malik's kind of just drive and intensity. And I think he's going to be like, we have to draft this kid. So at number 5, I'm going to predict Malik Neighbors is drafted by the LA Chargers. And I guess we'll have to see how he handles the big city, right? He might not be able to handle the big city where there's concerns. Absolute BS. Absolute BS. I think we have seen some, we've seen some coordinated, ridiculous media attacks against LSU that are so, I just feel, and I'm not even from the state of Louisiana, and so I think that's why this will have more impact. Some of these attacks are just so absolutely like, just stereotyping the state of Louisiana, stereotyping LSU, just completely pretending LSU have done everything wrong in every situation. And the proof of that is literally when the stories are Kim Mulkey is a Make America Great Again Trump supporter, and she's an anti-gay, she's this person, and she might be a racist, and they called her everything. And then now it's she's not standing for the anthem. She's got her players in the locker room. She's a Biden liberal. She's an anti-anthem Biden liberal. And so it's like that proved to me that this really, there is no narrative. There's no rhyme or reason to this. It's just crucify LSU and do it soon, because LSU is always going to give us ratings. But if they're not, winning national championships, or even if they are, we've got to have them on here. But we've got to have more than just the athletes. We've got to show that we got to make this bigger. We got to make a big scene of everything. We got to exaggerate everything to the nth degree. We got to make everything look like a scandal. Everything look like you've noticed when there's women involved with these LSU media stories, things get sexual for no reason. And it's like, why did things turn sexual here? From the journalist's perspective, why did this happen? The dirty debutantes comment about LSU's women's basketball players, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's just crazy. So we're gonna write this story. I shouldn't say we're going to write. We have written probably 3/4 of this story. We're very close to done with it, but we want to get this thing right. We've taken our time to really get the tone perfect on this thing. It should be done within the next little bit here. We cannot wait for you guys to read that. And we're wondering if the title, "Why Does Everyone Hate LSU," should be edited, amended, or just left because it's so bold and just in your face. Tell us what you think about that. Even if it's true or not, whether you believe everyone hates LSU or not isn't really the point. Is that a good title? And you're seeing all these weird attacks through the media and timed to hurt LSU and their student athletes as much as possible, right? It's very strange. And they have been trying to find a story on Malik. I have been asked by certain people in the media if I knew what was going on with a certain situation with Malik, and it's not even like something that went on or something that, it's literally the existence of a certain person. Like it's ridiculous, and it's none of anyone's business, and it's something people have tried to literally call me and get information on them for, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, they have really done some digging to try and get dirt on Malik Neighbors and Jaden Daniels. And it seems like with Brian Thomas Jr., the guy's so silent that you can't even, I mean, the guy could break into a bank with a shotgun and no one would hear him. Like, that's how quiet this guy is. He's literally just, I mean, this dude is so quiet. Brian Thomas Jr. is so chill and just like, but you didn't see that from his game this last season. It was anything but chill, huh, buddy? Brian Thomas Jr. went crazy. There was no chill. There, buddy. You want out of your chest? There you go, Susie. Oh, yeah, our laptop charger. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this thing, but it's on the fritz. And so we have to get one from Amazon coming through. So we weren't able to do our slick usual live streams. We had to do it like this. And with the NFL draft tomorrow, we wanted to make sure we did this. We're still going to do something tomorrow for the NFL draft. We always do. Articles, everything. We're going to be having deep coverage of that. A lot of this stuff has been. There's a lot of stuff that's going to go down that is kind of already predestined, I'll just say. So there's a few things that are going to be very cool that are going to be happening tomorrow, and so just get ready for that and get buckled up for that, because this is going to be an NFL draft is going to be very. They're not going to be as rare anymore for LSU fans, because we're going to have nonstop, continuous first-round athletes coming out of this program over the next 5+ years, especially when you look at who's going out of there. Harold Perkins, Will Campbell, Emory Jones. I mean, just right there, you've got some top guys just right there. It's coughing. Is that too cold? You drink too much? Kyron Lacey? You know, I mean, Chris Hilton Jr. I mean, there could be a variety. 1 second. This has been a shit show compared to what we were planning. We're planning a deep film study and all this stuff, and our battery charger for our laptop. Yeah, this thing is screwed up, completely screwed up. It just won't even charge. I wonder who's responsible for that. Wonder who's responsible for breaking yet another laptop charger. Huh. I wonder who. You want bubbles? Let me get it for you. Bubbles? Huh? Bubbles? Bubbles? So I don't know. It's there we go. We'll have to see. It might be time to get a new laptop at this point, but at the same time, I think we're still good with the laptop. We're just we need a new damn charger. This thing can't charge. This thing's dead now, or else we would be doing the show right now on the laptop. I mean, we've done so many deep dive Malik Neighbors film studies. We've done so many Jaden Daniels deep dive film studies. We've done so many of these. If you want to find these, they are there. They are available. You can find them very quickly. The very quick search. Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors. Hell, we even have, just a heads up, on LSUODYSSEY.com, there is a category section right on the content homepage. A category section that literally has a section for all articles about Malik Neighbors, all articles about Jaden Daniels, all articles about Miles Brennan, even all articles about Joe Burrow. You know, it's boom, 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 boom. This thing goes on and on and on throughout the halls of LSU Odyssey history and LSU history. Everyone we've covered. And so if you are interested in I want to read this, or I want to figure this out, or maybe, Lon wrote something or sourced something else somewhere else in one place in a story about this guy. I wonder, just literally search it you could literally Google what that subject, that person, Devin White, with LSUODYSSEY.com. Boom. You're going to find that out as well. But we also have a Devin White category as well. So that's just another thing I'd like to share with you guys as visitors to the site. A big, I don't know if it was shout out would be the right word, but I guess like a acknowledgement to Logan Graffia. Hey man, he's had some tough break happen to him in the last few days. I just want him to know, hey man, you're gonna get through this stuff. It sucks right now, but remember where you are, bro. You're in the epicenter of the greatest sports, college program there is. You're right there next to LSU. So there's no excuses not to dominate. So go dominate, my man. Take this exit as an opportunity. Take this moment as a chance to just become a beast, bro. Just don't let it affect you. So feel what you need to feel, Logan. Get drunk if you need to get drunk. Jump off of some type of roof into a swimming pool, as long as it's safe if you have to, while shouting, "I am a golden god." Do you, Logan, get shot out of a cannon over a friend's homemade pond? Whatever you need to do, Logan, as long as you treat yourself right and don't be too hard on yourself right now. You'll be fine, my man. Just wanted to say that to Logan Graffia because going through some hard stuff, and he's a good guy. We were just barely on his show, actually. You can see that on LSUODYSSEY.com, a link right there to his YouTube channel, Sports Etouffee, which I recommend you all show your support for Logan right now, and go ahead there and subscribe for Sports Etouffee. If you just type in Sports Etouffee on YouTube, it'll show up. It's the first thing. Especially if you find our episode, you can see that as well. God, within 10 seconds of having this remote, Sage almost pressed something that says, "Would you like Apple TV to share your data?" Dude, what are you getting into? You are crazy. You are crazy. You're like MacGyver, Sage. You're nuts. What's up? What's up? He's like, "I want to go outside, damn it." He's like, "I want to go outside." Dave says, "Thought we were getting Barrow." Okay, you guys are really obsessed. You guys are getting obsessed, and it's getting insane. You guys think if we don't get one guy, that the whole temple has fallen down. And that's not even the subject of the show tonight. The subject of the show tonight is the NFL draft. But you can ask that question. But every answer to that question can be found at LSUODYSSEY.com. I cannot stress that enough. It's not a play. It's not a sales job. It's the truth. Literally, the answer to your question about Barrow is right there on LSUODYSSEY.com. It's literally right there, right in front of your eyes on the homepage. And it's really not a big deal because here's the thing. Guys who are the number one ranked defensive tackle aren't just going to visit one school. And it was shocking that it took this long for other schools to come into the picture. It really was. Of course, Miami and Cristobal are going to come in here. and get a visit. What shocks me is how defeatist and how quick to throw Barrow away publicly online, which might not matter because he's not really a social media guy. Barrow isn't. But it's stunning to me how quick LSU fans have bailed on the whole situation without real information about any of it. I mean, none of the media guys really know where Barrow's head is at definitively either. That's just the truth. Shea Dixon from On3 doesn't, and he's one of the top guys, I think, in the whole game here. If Shea Dixon says this guy's kind of thinking this way, I'm probably going to tend to believe that because he's got a damn good track record here. But at the same time, even he hasn't gotten everything right because this game and the when you're talking about the recruiting as well, transfer portal recruiting, these situations are so fluid and can change so damn fast on you. And so yes, maybe we were too hasty to give him a crystal ball prediction. Maybe we were too hasty. I don't regret doing it because I still like the position LSU are in. I still think LSU are the team to beat for his signature. Obviously, you would like to get his signing before leaving, and make sure you sign him down and don't let him go visit too many schools and get too many NIL offers and all this stuff. But it is shocking to me how quickly LSU fans, in plain view of all of these recruits or transfer portal targets, right in front of the entire world, literally act like little girls, like in reaction to he's going on a visit. Oh my God, he's gone. Next, move on. Like it's a little embarrassing. I gotta call it out. Like we're LSU guys. Losing one guy, a target, okay, all right. Did he really have what it took to be at LSU anyway? Is it really worth being upset over if someone doesn't pick LSU? No, it's not, because there's going to be 10 other guys who do. But I understand. I understand that there is a cynicism because LSU have missed on some guys. LSU have not, you guys want results. You guys want to see Belidi, who just went to Auburn. You don't want him to see him going to Auburn. You want to see him join with LSU. Well, maybe he wasn't right for LSU. Maybe he would have been taking up a scholarship and would have been a target that maybe takes away from like Demonic Williams, who could be a special guy. Or then there's CJ West, who doesn't, he's going to probably go to Wisconsin and chooses not to go through with his LSU visit that was planned for this weekend. Is that really that big of a deal to cry over? Well, especially when there are so many different targets right now in the transfer portal at defensive tackle. And I guarantee you that half of them you don't even know the name of the guy that LSU will end up getting. I might not even know the name of this guy. And I'm the type of guy who watches the same game like 5 different times because I'm just a junkie with this stuff. I just can't. I have a compulsion to be obsessed with college football and high school football and somewhat the NFL. It's just there's so many options right now that I don't think we have all of the names yet of guys who are going to be entering the portal. I mean, there's going to be more options too. Like, there's going to be more names that come to the head where you're like, whoa, how come I didn't think of that guy? How come I was way too obsessed with, the Nigel E. Kellys of the world and you're just the lulls of the world. You're getting way too caught up in these big names of, could we get Bear Alexander? Could we get you know what? Maybe it's better that LSU don't get these big name guys. And LSU, because I don't know. I want LSU to be able to spend big in NIL, and I want LSU to throw the money down and get the big time players. But at the same time, I do not want LSU to become an NIL farm where you literally see us getting all these freshmen who come in as 5 stars. We have to pay them big money, and then they produce nothing. That's what I'm worried about LSU becoming. And LSU doesn't currently have that problem. There's a lot of schools, top programs, or at least they were top programs, who do have that, who have a big problem with that. So I think have some perspective with the whole transfer portal thing right now. As long as LSU get 3 defensive tackles, top shelf defensive tackles, we're going to be fine. Obviously, you want to get Simeon Barrow. You want that dude. I want that dude. Everyone wants that dude because he is the best in college football. He's that missing piece next to Jacoby and Guillory on that defensive line and in that defense that takes us over the top. But we're going to need a few of those guys already. We can't waste all of the funds that are allocated on just one target. We have to get at least a couple of these guys. You feel me? So that could price LSU out. And you don't want to see it to become a situation where LSU are going after one target after another, one target after another, one guy after another, and they can't nail a guy down. They keep going from one part of the board to the other. Who drafts Malik? I'm stoked for tomorrow, says Charlie Sinclair. Yes, let's get it back to the actual topic at hand. Did you just join us? Did you not hear my prediction for who would draft Malik? Maybe you weren't listening. Maybe I was rambling and it just sounded weird. But we believe Malik Neighbors will be drafted by the LA Chargers at number 5. What I hate about not having my laptop is I can't double check some of this stuff because I want to make sure every little pick that I'm throwing out there and team I'm throwing out there is correct, even though most of it's memorized. I hate basically doing this blind and not being able to do the share screen because I really love having the film in the background or some type of visual accompaniment, not just my face. No one wants to just see my face. But yeah, I think Jim Harbaugh drafts Malik number 5. I think he's good. It's a perfect marriage in a way because Malik's mentality, Jim Harbaugh's mentality, fits like a glove, and Justin Herbert really needs a dude, yards after catch merchant too, and Malik's that guy. Malik's that guy who's going to take the LA Charger offense over the hump, and if they draft him. If they're dumb, they won't draft him. I could also see, weirdly enough, Arizona, which I would not like for Malik. I want him to go somewhere where he's got a top quarterback. And LA, not only do I want him to go there, I think he's going to go there. I just have a feeling he's going to go there. I'm hearing a lot of things like that going in that direction. Not definitive. A lot of the sources are claiming Giants, number 6. I just feel he's going to go number 5 to the Chargers. I feel like he's going to get taken before the Giants can do that. So yeah, I think Malik's going to be a top 5 pick here. I think he's going to go to the LA Chargers, and Jim Harbaugh, Justin Herbert, they're probably going to be dominant offensively for some time. Charlie, I'm literally asking you if you just were if you tuned in late. I wasn't saying how dare you make me repeat this. I mean, if I was really that offended, I wouldn't have repeated it, you know. I'm one of those people who, like, if I'm actually annoyed by it, like, I really won't go there. But no, dude, this is a show. Like, you are the audience member. Have uh I have responsibility to you, where if I'm going to be providing you information that you are going to be awesome enough to view my show and choose our show to watch, and you are awesome enough to ask my opinion on something, you're awesome enough to ask for me to repeat my opinion on something. Hell yeah, I'm going to repeat my opinion on something for your benefit, brother. Why would I not? That's like a privilege. I feel like that is a cool. I feel like I'm a lucky person because I may not be where I'm at everywhere with my career, but I feel like that type of stuff, like that, not every person is going to be asked their opinion, and I think that sucks. But I think it's very cool that I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you're awesome, and of course it's no problem to repeat stuff like that, man. It is no problem, and thank you for watching. I am just lucky to be able to cover LSU and cover this crazy team. Charlie Sinclair says the Chargers also got rid of their receivers, so Malik will be the focal point. And I did not know that they had gotten rid of everyone. Did they get rid of Keenan Allen too? This is what it sucks about not having the laptop, is I would have already looked this up. I've been having to prep with just the phone for most of today. It's just been bullshit. Yeah, the Charger is just completely fried and dead. We'll have to get a new one. But yeah, I would love to see Keenan Allen. I hope he's still on the team. He's probably not, but love to see Keenan Allen and Malik be together on the same receiving core. That'd be sick. A veteran and rookie duo there. Oh, so Keenan, okay. And that's Mike Evans, you said? Is that Mike Evans for Mike? Because if it's Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, and now you add Malik Neighbors, you're telling me that could be the setup? Because I'm blind right now. I can't really see. Oh, Mike Williams. Ooh, still. Damn. Can't remember where Mike Evans is playing right now. I remember he was drafted by, who was it, Tampa Bay? Damn. Yeah, Mike Williams, fantastic player. Hasn't always delivered at the NFL level, but he's going to at some point here. I think he's that is an offense that's going to be potent. I just really do believe with Jim Harbaugh, his knowledge of offensive line protections and how to just everywhere he goes, there's an instant energy increase. There's an instant impetus increase. There's a purpose, you know? And instantly he turns them into contenders. They might not win the championship in the first year or two. They might not ever win the championship like the 49ers did, but they were always right freaking there and just a play away, just a knee injury away, just a helmet to the knee away, you know, like Bowman getting his knee destroyed, you know, like there's these crazy moments that happen in the Niners in these playoff games, these NFC championship games, these Super Bowls that prevented, well, I should say Super Bowl, not Super Bowls, but that prevented Jim Harbaugh from winning one, maybe even a couple Super Bowls. And so he's always wanted the revenge. And I think it was so beautiful for him as a human being to win a championship at Michigan, end that duck for them, clear back since 97, restore his alma mater back to glory, be the guy to do it after years of being told he couldn't, and then, you know, goes to the NFL, goes, you know, goes to the Chargers, a team that could never get over the hump in the NFL, especially in the playoffs. Always are losing the playoff games. And Justin Herbert. Malik Neighbors, possibly. Keenan Allen. Oh, no, you got rid of Keenan. Oh, God, why didn't I just see that? I've been ranting this whole time. So Malik would be paired with Quentin Johnston. Okay. Well, now they're going to, no matter what, draft Malik Neighbors. So that is an even better pick that I have made without knowing that. So I would be stunned and like literally screaming at the TV if they did not draft Malik Neighbors. If they don't draft Malik Neighbors, they are absolutely stupid. Like, let's just say it. If the Chargers don't draft Malik Neighbors, they are absolutely stupid. Like, and I don't really like just throwing that word out there, like being a dick, but like, if the Chargers don't draft Malik Neighbors, they are being idiots. Receiver is the position that, like quarterback, I mean, quarterback's a different level. Offensive line right there as well, but receiver is right there as well as far as taking your franchise to a level of contention year in, year out. You must have playmakers at receiver. You must. You sell all those guys off, you get rid of all those guys, and you're not going to draft Malik Neighbors? Watch, I bet they'll draft Marvin Harrison Jr. now. So yeah, I think Malik's going to go number 5 though. I also believe Jaden Daniels is going to go number 2. What are you doing, buddy? I believe Jaden Daniels is going to go number 2 to Washington, and that would be very exciting. I know there's been a lot of rumors. We don't even know if those rumors are true, except for his agent liked a tweet, which, okay, but we'll see what that says. I would love for him to go to Washington, and I'd love for him to actually want to go to Washington. If he doesn't want to go to Washington, I'd rather he not go to Washington. But that is my favorite NFL team. Has been for a long time. If Washington does not draft LSU's Jaden Daniels, it would only be because there's some type of breakdown in the relationship during these meetings, and it really was bad. And they're, Drake May or whoever, and that would be very disappointing for someone who's also a diehard LSU fan. It would be very disappointing. And I think I would be ready to just turn in my Washington card. Like, you seriously screwed this up? How could you not get along with Jaden Daniels? How could you piss Jaden Daniels off? How did you screw this up? Like, how could you screw this up? You had to try to screw this up. If Washington really does not draft Jaden Daniels, the only reason will be because they screwed this up. And Jaden Daniels doesn't want to go there anymore, and they want to avoid a public scene like that, so they're just going to go and get someone else. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go with Drake May or whatever, which is just terrible. So I'm hoping that's all fantasy, and that Jaden Daniels will go number 2 to Washington. And then I think you're going to see Brian Thomas Jr. at number 9 to Chicago. I think you're going to see 3 LSU Tigers selected in the top 10 of this draft. I might look stupid after saying this, and that's fine. That's something I can deal with. I mean, that's something I'm probably used to at this point. But I really do believe the team needs are there, and also you're just a stupid franchise if you don't draft someone like Brian Thomas Jr. You need a receiver. Malik Neighbors is off the board, and you go and you get some other, like, Brian Thomas Jr. is an absolute freak. And a franchise like Chicago needs an aerial acrobat, someone who is just entertaining, a playmaker. Chicago needs Brian Thomas Jr. for so many different reasons, not because they just need a receiver. Of course, that's blatantly obvious. They need a guy who can make acrobatic superstar plays in the air and wow this crowd, get people in the stadium and make it an offense that is entertaining again for the first time ever since Devin Hester left. And Devin Hester, it's just, they had to like shove him into a receiver position he never should have been in the first place, and to try and like make, take advantage of what he could do on special teams, or if he had like a pick six or something on defense. But it was like, it's never going to work out this way. This is never going to work out. Since then, Chicago has never, they have never had anything like even remotely entertaining in a scoring way at all since Devin Hester. Like literally, it's been Devin Hester, and then you had like a half of a year where Jay Cutler was pretty damn good, and then sat out the NFC title game after getting a boo-boo. And so Chicago is going to be if my analysis is wrong and Chicago, does not get Brian Thomas Jr., they go some other route. They do have some other needs, but I think number one need they have is absolutely someone who can just put the ball into the end zone. A guy who can finish plays off. A guy who can be the playmaker. And Brian Thomas Jr. can do all of that. Yeah, I've kind of put the dominoes. Put the dominoes. That's the stupidest thing I've ever said in my life. I've kind of put things together here with the Chargers, and I'm just like, this has to be the Chargers drafting him. It just would be really, it would make no sense, frankly, if they drafted anyone else, because it would be like, what were you doing? What were you doing? What were you wasting all of this for when you had this guy right here, and you just, now you're going to go, like, what are you doing? Mekhi Wingo, there's talk that Cincinnati really want him. And Cincinnati are really pushing for him. Also, Cincinnati need to get offensive linemen. They still want to stack up on offensive line. But, yeah, they really have taken a shine to Mekhi Wingo, and they're like, this is a guy we really want to get on our interior. JD5 will be the best. Or wait, let me just rephrase that again. Cole Adams, King Cole Adams, our man, says JD5 will be the best quarterback in the NFL East in day one if he goes to Washington. I think Las Vegas Raiders is offering a lot to swap for the first round. I would love to see JD5 against Mahomes, Herbert, and Sean Payton twice a year. Well, sure, but what are you doing? You're making wild noise. That would be sick to see all those guys in one division, and that's a division I've hated for so long. The AFC West, such a boring, always on CBS division that's just like, someone hit me with a club. But now you put all these guys in the division, that could be something else. And that would be, I mean, that would be 3 teams from that division going to the playoffs pretty much every single season. Let's be real there. If Mahomes, Daniels, and I could totally see Daniels wanting to go to Vegas. A, it's close to home. B, it's AP, a guy who coached him at Arizona State, guy he really trusts. And it seems like Jaden Daniels has a lot of. He wants to do this right. He does not want to go somewhere where he's going to find, he's going to wake up in 3-4 years and go, holy shit, if only I had gone to this place, everything would be different. He wants to pull an Eli Manning, I think, if need be. If pushed to that level where, no, we're not going to Washington if he feels uncomfortable about going to Washington. We're going here. Like, that would suck. If Washington drafts him, my team, after him being our quarterback at LSU, and now I'm like, oh my God, we get to be so excited and see him for the next 20 years in Washington. But he's like, hell no, I don't want to be your quarterback because you and your people screwed it up. And you don't even have Dan Snyder yet. You don't anymore. You don't even have the excuse of having Dan Snyder. Like, no, I really think I will turn in my Washington fan card at that moment. Like, nope, we're done. Like, we're done here, buddy. Like, you screwed up Jaden Daniels. How could you do this? How could you do this? Huh? How could you do this? How could you do this? Stop. Don't pop on pop. He loves that part of the book. Pop on pop. Stop. Don't up on pop. Exactly. Show him the flying sagey. Oh crap. Everybody, there's something I must take care of. Oh my God, you probably just heard that. And we will be doing something for LSUODYSSEY.COM with the draft, more professional, not as crazy and put together and shitty as this, because we had some plans. We had this scheduled, and then our laptop screwed up. I don't know if you've been watching the whole time. Our laptop charger is completely is just destroyed. And so our laptop is completely dead. And so we're going to have to wait to get a new laptop. But that does not mean work stops or anything. What that means is we pivot, and we will be using the iPad, Chelsea's iPad, when she gets home with it. We'll be using it for live streams for the next little bit until we get that charger. Should be the next couple of days from Amazon. Should be even like a day or so, 24-hour shipping type stuff. But for you definitely want to watch out for LSUODYSSEY.com in the next 3 days. And here's why. Of course, we're going to have NFL draft stuff, but also there is some interesting things going on behind the scenes right now that no one is thinking of right now. And I'm like, I'm waiting for someone on some show to be like, hey, I heard this. And no one has yet. And I'm stunned. I even went to LSU with this and said, hey, someone at LSU had said, hey, is this really going on? What I heard? Their reaction told me all I needed to know. It was almost like that reaction. I don't know what the hell he's doing though, but making crazy noises. But it's very interesting, and hopefully we can break that news soon. Usually these things we tease and then they happen, or we break them and you just never find out. And I guess you just forget and don't put the dots together. And so you think later on, you are just a madman. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to keep doing this with my son here and just annoying you guys with his loud noises and stuff. So I've also got to go shop for a secret surprise for Chelsea's birthday. But yeah, keep an eye out on LSUODYSSEY.com, because at any time, any moment where we post this stuff, we post articles at like 3 in the morning. We post articles at 1 in the morning. We post articles at 1 p.m. We post articles at 9 a.m. We post articles, 7 p.m. Live streams, live videos, whenever the hell. And I'm sorry if you can't be there for all of them live and join us live for all of them. Sign up for the notifications, and you should be able to. But you can always rewind and watch them all back. So no excuses if you like the content. Definitely keep supporting it. It'd be very strange not to. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much. Take it easy. We'll be seeing you on the other side, on the other side, on the other side, on the other side, on the other side. Say. On the other side, on the other side, on the other side. The edge, the edge, the edge, the edge, the edge. Did anyone get that joke? Probably not.